So I've just got back off holiday and it has been a while since I've posted on the YouTube. So welcome back to the channel, and today first and foremost we're just going to quickly have a check over the springs that I installed in the previous video here a couple weeks back. So I installed a set of white line lowering springs that they sent out to me, and boy am I very impressed with them. I used to complain like crazy that my RS was sitting like a monster truck. So White Line were kind enough to send me out a set of 30 on the rear and 15mm on the front springs to lower my RS. And like I said just now, I'm seriously impressed. They have perfected my ride height and I probably couldn't ask for anything better. Any lower and it probably would look a little bit ridiculous. But as majority of you guys on TikTok said, the ride height is near enough perfect right now. As you can see on the front, there's not much of a finger gap anymore. As you can see here, it's about one finger, and if we walk round to the back, it's almost exactly the same, in the point that it also is around two, maybe one finger comfortably. And to me, that's perfect, because I do still currently have the TRC V1 front splitter, and by having that, the car is ridiculously low. And although it doesn't look ridiculously low here, trust me, even just getting off my drive can be a pain sometimes. You gotta go at an angle and sometimes it does scrape. Just a little love tap, but it does scrape. Now that I've lowered my car, a lot of people are wondering whether it has affected the ride quality. And the short and simple answer to that is no, but also yes, in the fact that it's made it better. It's no longer hard and stiff. The car literally goes over bumps for some reason, like they're not even there. With a set of springs that are probably classed as performance springs in the aspect of the way they settle the car, they're surprisingly comfortable, especially in an RS with a car that has bucket seats. They do actually make it more comfortable. Going over bumps, it's not as much of a bang. It's a bit more soothing. And although my springs before were far from being worn out, the car is only running about 15,000 miles. So the genuine Ford springs just show how harsh they truly are. Quick interruption. So I'm sitting here editing the video as we speak, and we're halfway through, well, a quarter of the way through the filming. If you saw that subscribe button and you didn't click the subscribe, make sure you hit it now, because I don't want to interrupt again. We're growing, so make sure you hit it now. And especially coming back off of holiday, to get in this car and drive it, you do notice that the car is a lot softer, especially compared to our other RS. That is a big comparison factor. So that's enough on the springs for this segment of the video. Massive thank you to White Line for sending them out. If you guys want anything similar or better for a car, whether it's an RS or not, make sure you head over to their page where you can grab yourself a set as well. But for now, let's quickly jump in the car and we'll go for a quick spin to show you guys what it's actually like driving an RS, and we'll talk through it and maybe give an update of what it's like been owning it for nearly 2 years now. So now we're actually in the RS. We can go for a drive and talk about how the springs actually feel and potentially any other little bits that we have up and coming for the RS. So let's get on with it. So what I've noticed instantly, and I keep saying this over and over again, is that these springs in the RS are much softer compared to the original ones. They genuinely feel like I'm not driving, well, they probably feel like I am driving a monster truck. I don't really feel the bumps too much as compared to what I used to, and they genuinely just feel a whole better experience. Driving this car on long journeys, even though I don't really do it much often anyways, it is a lot more comfortable, especially compared with these seats. It changes the driving experience totally. Now, not only does the car look good, it also feels miles better than it did before. So I've been on the hunt for a set of springs for quite a while. White Line were probably my first choice, but this leads me on to my next topic, where it is helping me get this car show ready. So show season is just round the corner, and without these springs, how can I put my car on display and claim that it's one of the best to look at, in my opinion, when it doesn't even have lowering springs and it's got ride height and fitment of a monster truck? So that leads me on. My next car show happens to be A10 Meets on the 1st of June, where I'll be in the top 100 display with my RS and enjoying other people's cars. So it's a fact that you can come over, have a chat, have a talk, and we can get to know more other people and fellow enthusiasts. It's going to be a great day out. It's at Northfield Airfield if you guys want to head along and actually get yourself a ticket. There's going to be food, there's going to be drink, and there's going to be plenty of things to see and do. I believe there's just over 300 cars in attendance. So it's not a small show, and it's definitely not the biggest, but it's going to be a great day out, and that's all I know. My next car show after that is Ford Fair, and my car should be 100% perfect by Ford Fair. The springs are on already. We've got the forged carbon fiber on its way already. That should be here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood. Then after that, we're also going to be throwing on some forged carbon aero canards. We'll be replacing our standard piano black ones with the carbon ones, just to go with the theme. There's so many cyclists out today. And then after that, we're also, well, in between all of this, the car is going to be getting forged in big turbo. Now, I keep forgetting to mention how much of a serious event this is. People don't realize how expensive it is to forge in big turbo on these guys. It's very expensive to get the power that we're going to be producing. But when you look at the overall cost of a car to do something like that, if it becomes a 50, 55k car for that type of money on the market, you're probably still not going to be pushing them figures when you buy a car stock. So it's probably worth it, might not be worth it. When you look at it in hindsight over a long period of time, am I going to recoup the money? Probably not, but I don't have any plans for this car to go anywhere. So it probably is worth it in that sense. I have just scraped. I don't know if you guys could hear that through the mic, probably not. Yeah, but well, where was we? Forged big turbo, is it worth it in the long term? Probably not. But like I say, the car's here to stay. It's not planning on going anywhere. We may get another car for the channel, potentially. That could be something quite fun and enjoyable to do, potentially rebuild something down the line, maybe later this year. But there's plenty to come. There's plenty to actually watch and do on the channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, because, you know, probably gonna only get better from here. We're still getting used to long form content as well. Our last video done much better in the terms of views and viewer engagement. I believe you guys enjoyed that style of content much more, which is the building form. So if you guys want to see a lot more of that, make sure you drop me a comment down below and let me know, because without your guys' input, we're going to be struggling to actually know if you guys like the content I'm going to be outputting or not. So make sure you do let me know in the comments. Your feedback is key in events like this. But I guess to just summarize a video like this, basically the car is developing. We've got plenty of plans in stock. We haven't showed you much in this video, but I guess it's something to wait for and actually see in the future. If we give everything in one bit of content, you guys aren't going to really enjoy it too much. And at the end of the day, that's not how content works. Content is spread out, content is shown over periods of time. So if you guys make sure you want to see that, make sure you drop. Do you want to drive on what side of the road do you want to drive? So if you guys want to see the car develop, can't reiterate enough, make sure you subscribe and drop me a like. You guys share the video as well. Let's get your friends in and around the community. The car is going to be something special. I can't reiterate enough that you don't want to miss it. I've said it multiple times, and whatever I've said, I've always delivered. Springs, forged big turbo, that's just around the corner. Always happens, we don't lie. So if you guys want to see what is going on, like I say, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and that's going to stop me rambling today, because I'm just about to pull up outside the house and that'll be enough content for today. So until the next video, drive safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.